Well, unfortunately, skin cancer is the fastest growing cancer in the U.S. 1 in every 5 Americans will develop skin cancer during his or her lifetime. Well, the Bob Cook Foundation is trying to change those statistics through education. And joining us today is Diane Hayden and Dennis Fendo, both from the Bob Cook Memorial Skin Cancer Foundation. Welcome to the show, you two.
Thanks for having us.
Great to have you.
Great to be here.
Now, we know Cheryl Cook started the foundation, and she's actually been on Connecticut Style with us before, but can you kind of give us some insight as to what kind of prompted her to start the foundation?
Well, Cheryl Cook's father passed away after his 20-year battle with squamous cell skin cancer, and after that had happened, she was really looking for some information and some different ways that, you know, she could maybe make some people more aware, even finds out some more information for herself. So she decided, after really not finding much out there, that this would be a really great way to, of course, you know, commit to her father's memory, and also to create awareness and education about what skin cancer means.
And Dennis, I mean, the statistics are scary. I mean, 1 in every 5 Americans will have this?
Yes, and every day, every 33 minutes, a person dies of skin cancer. That's alarming. It is the most significant cancer.
Wow.
More cancers, skin cancer than any other form.
Let's talk about the 3 types of skin cancer, can we? Will you walk us through those?
Sure.
Okay, and I know the first one you said is basal cell, right?
Basal cell, yes.
And what do you think, I mean, what does it look like? I mean, are you looking for...
Well, that could just be, you know, any small marks you see on your skin.
Okay.
Basal cell is the least invasive of the cancers, so it could just be you might have a little spot on your nose or your ear, and you're really looking for the differences, the changes in some mark that you might see.
Let's go to the second one. What is the other type we're looking at? Squamous cell?
The squamous cell.
Okay,
yes.
and tell us about that.
Well, that was the type that Cheryl's dad had, the squamous cell, and that really goes and dives deeper into the tissue and things, and it could certainly cause or wreak more havoc in other places in your body as well.
And then there's melanoma.
Right. Melanoma is the deadliest of all the skin cancers,
Right.
and that one really goes into the organs and things in the body. If it's not caught soon enough, it's definitely the deadliest of all skin cancers.
And I think a lot of us forget that we've got to be extra careful, but let's talk about some of the causes of skin cancer. I know, you know, tanning salons, not a huge fan of course, I'm sure, because that's one of the places that, you know, you could really impact you in a negative way if you're not careful.
Right.
That's right. Number 1, exposure, overexposure to ultraviolet radiation. Simply put, the longer you're in the sun, the higher your risk. And number 2, family history. Can't do anything about that, but if family members have been diagnosed, guess what? Your risk is higher. And lighter skinned people have a higher incidence as well. But nobody is exempt from skin cancer, no matter what your skin tone.
You know, it's interesting, you say nobody, and for a long time, because my father's African American, my mother's Hispanic, I used to think all the time, well, I'm already kind of tanned, that I'm okay in the sun, and it's not true.
No.
And I think a lot of us think that.
And sometimes it's more difficult to detect, so if it's a later detection, it's much more pronounced and invasive, and it's much tougher to cure.
So let's talk about some of the things we can practice that we can do on a day-to-day basis to kind of prevent this from happening. What do you suggest?
Well, we suggest that you protect yourself from the sun using sunscreens of an SPF 30 or higher. There's protective clothing out there now that you can buy to wear, the hats and shirts that can protect you from the sun. Stay out of the tanning beds. You know, we know that there's a 70% increase in the incidence of skin cancer when you expose yourself to the tanning beds before the age of 30. So you really need to do those kinds of things.
And when you talk about, you know, skin cancer, when we think about it and we're checking ourselves, how often should you be checking yourself to make sure that nothing's popping up? Is there, you know, is it every 3 months, every 6 months?
Well, I think it's always good to be aware of any changes in your skin. You really should go to a dermatologist once a year for that skin check so that they can give you a thorough head-to-toe check for any thing that they might notice that you might not yourself.
That looks abnormal.
Right.
And pay attention to your body,
Absolutely.
right, Dennis?
And reapply. If you're in the sun for a long time, we don't recommend that, but if you're in the water, the longer you're out there, continue to reapply your sunscreen. And it ages, just like we do. So get rid of the old stuff. Come to the Trek and we'll give you a new bag of skin care products.
Great segue. Let's talk about this awesome Trek. What year is this?
This is our 7th annual.
7th annual. Let's talk about this awesome run. For any runners out there, for anybody who wants to walk, it's a beautiful run.
It is. It's really great. It's this Sunday, May 23rd at the Listman Landing in Milford, Connecticut. And it is a 5K competitive run as well as a family fun walk. We really do encourage everyone to come on out for the day. We start at 2, the kickoff for the actual run and the ceremonies, who, by the way, Desiree Fontaine is our Mistress of Ceremonies for that day.
My third year there.
Yes, we're very excited to have you back.
Thank you.
And we have food. We have a lot of great support from our community and some great raffle prizes as well as silent auction prizes.
Wonderful band.
A wonderful band.
Oh,
One of our local band, the Rum Runners, will be there to play for the day. So we're very excited about all of the things that
And
are
I
happening.
think one of the best things about it for me is that it's really a time for education, but it is really a fun family event. I mean, you've got a little area that's kind of roped off for the kids. There's like a little face painting, so there's something for everybody.
Absolutely.
Right.
All right.
That's
Well,
great.
thank you both so much for being